You start out with a shutout. So I guess for both of you, what were your overall thoughts on the way your team played tonight?
I'll start. Yes, you're always happy to have a clean sheet. You're happy to get a win on night one. You know, it's fast and furious during preseason to put it together, to be as organized as you want. But we're happy with the win. You know, we're doing a lot of things much better, like getting numbers in the box, creating goal scoring opportunities, like getting people in position to constantly look to penetrate that back line. Now I think, you know, the piece for us is better decision-making in the attacking box. But it's early, so we'll take the win and be proud of what we've done and know that each day we got to get a little bit better.
Yeah, I think to echo that, I think it was a huge start, a huge win to get under our belt just for some of these younger players. We have a lot of new players in the program, obviously, so getting them comfortable in a game situation and in this environment, I think that was a huge start for a lot of them, just getting minutes. You know, Kelly, a freshman, coming in and scoring her first goal in her first freshman game, I think that's huge for confidence. Obviously, with the ACC this year, we're going to need more depth going throughout the season, so I think it's huge just to get some confidence within these players early on in this season, and then collectively, I think that will help push us all moving forward throughout the season. So I think it was a huge first win, but like Nicole said, I think we still have opportunities that we can capitalize on, decisions that can be made a little better, a little quicker, and I think that's only going to get better the more we play.
You mentioned the young players. You had 4 freshmen who played quite a bit tonight. Kelly scored. You started 3 of them. Overall, what did you think of your freshman group?
Great. You know, first college game. They have, you know, a couple of them were here in the spring, so they're a little more comfortable, but it's still their first collegiate game. They have learned a lot fast. You know, they've got great potential.
Your first goal this year comes from Sammy Nieves, who missed all of last year. I guess being on the field with her, what was it like to see her get that goal, and what does she add to your lineup by coming back?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, just seeing how hard Sammy worked to get back to being where she's at, to all the behind the scenes, rehabbing, all the hours that go into the physical therapy, all that kind of stuff, to getting back to where she was, and then also like taking it another step, being put in a position where she's never played before, taking on the responsibility of being a captain on this team. Like, I think it says a lot about her, how she can bounce back from an injury, take on everything that she's taken on, and then come out and score a goal like that out of in the first game. I'm just so happy for her because she's worked so hard and she really deserves it.
Someone who had a great year last year, Nia Rose, had a goal tonight, had a goal post or a crossbar shot, or was it 2, and a couple turned away. Obviously, she's going to get a lot of attention from opposing defenses. What did you think of Nia's performance?
I thought she was good. She's getting back to form. Yeah, you have to give it to that goalkeeper on the last save. It was a great save. So I think she had some really good looks, and she's feeling it. You know, goal scorers, they need to get good shots. They need to get some goals, and she's in good form. So we're excited about her season as well.
You pitch a shutout tonight with a new goalkeeper and some new moving parts in the back. Obviously, as you said, a clean sheet is always the ultimate result. But what did you think of the test that your defense faced tonight, and did you answer any questions or learn anything about your defensive end tonight?
Yeah, I think, again, we've got some good options in there. You know, we've got Abby, who's been here and has done a really good job over the last few years, she's in a position that we don't rotate very often, so it's great to see Abby Hampton in the form that she is. And then Haley, you know, the transfer from LSU, she's, again, learning to play within our system, our back line, as I've said before. Matt does a great job of organizing that defense. And then 2 keepers that have stepped in with a lot of experience. You know, they bring experience from 2 other universities in Sierra and Haven. So they've, like I said, it's fast, right? You're putting this together in 15 days, and they're extremely great to work with, all of them. They are committed. They're so passionate about what they're doing, and they want to learn. Sometimes we tell them, like, they want to execute so well that they get a little tighter than they need to, and we think a little bit more sometimes than we need to. So we talk a lot about, just performance mindset and playing free. But as far as how everyone has stepped in and come together this quick, we're we're proud of it and know that we're still going to keep getting better week to week.
When you have a shutout like tonight, it's easy to talk about your goaltender or about the people who score the goals, but how much of tonight's result was, I know you've talked before about people like Mackenzie or Mayu and their leadership and their communication and the way they organize their groups?
Well, again, I've talked about Mackenzie's leadership, and we've got a great leadership group now, a captain group in Mackenzie and Sammy Nieves, right? So it's great. Sammy, as we've said, she was out all last year. She was in great form the year before, coming off her sophomore year, and she is at a point where she can step in and be a great leader. And then we've added Abby Hampton and Mayu. So we have a great leadership group. In that midfield, I'll say, though, one of the keys for us tonight was the midfield winning 50-50 balls. You know, in the first half where it wasn't, again, this first game is always, you haven't seen live video on them, you haven't seen them play, so you have to recognize a lot fast, and when we were able to organize at halftime, but before then, these 50-50 balls in the midfield with Mackenzie and Lydia and as Nanami and Lou came in, that was a huge key to like setting the tone, getting in, picking up 50-50 balls, and it sets the tone for kind of our mindset for the group.
You knew what you had in Mac, having played for you before. Did Lydia surprise you at all tonight with her chase and her compete in the middle third and getting those 50-50 balls?
No, because we had her in the spring. We know how great her potential is. She's a great player, coming out of high school, and she's played at a high level. And she has this very similar mindset to Mackenzie, in that she's going to do what it takes to pick up 50-50 balls, to rumble through the rings, to cover the ground defensively. And then again, when they win it, they're great on the ball. So it's not a surprise. But for your first college game, yeah, she was pretty composed.
Do you see some of yourself in Lydia?
It's actually a running joke on our team because people get us mixed up when we wear the same hairstyle on the field. So looks-wise, it's funny because we don't think we look alike, but everyone else does, same hair color, that kind of stuff. But no, I'm super proud of Lydia. She is, like I said, she is similar to me in the blue collar, just wants to put her head down and work, and isn't easily distracted by what's going on around her or intimidated. So where she is now compared to where I was at her age, I mean, I'm really excited to see what she has in store for her college career, because it's gonna be really cool to watch.
You have a quick turnaround before Sunday, and it's super hot. What do you do besides get off your feet between now and Sunday?
Well, that's the norm for us, isn't it? Thursday, Sunday. And we've got a lot of Thursday, Sunday coming up. We were able to rotate a good amount of people, but this is where they start to understand, okay, it's a Thursday, Sunday situation. So we do what we do from a recovery standpoint, right? We get in, we get all the recovery in, we get prepared again on Saturday for the next opponent, and it's the rhythm that is college soccer.